Let's talk about chapter 6 of the AIM, emergency procedures. This chapter is a lifesaver, literally. Here's a high level breakdown to keep you prepared for any situation. So you have some general information, pilot's responsibility and authority. This reaffirms the 91.3. Pilot is the final authority of the aircraft. The other thing I want to talk about in here is the request assistance immediately. If there's any issue whatsoever, don't hesitate whatsoever to ask for and expect assistance from ATC at any point in time that you're dealing with an emergency. Emergency services that are available to pilots. This comes down into like radar facilities, transponders, intercepting escorts, ELTs, which we don't have in helicopters, but you know, some helicopters, larger helicopters do. Canine explosives detection team. This is more like interesting, like, oh, look at all these airports with all of the canine stuff. That's awesome. Search and rescue, where the main Coast Guard Search and Rescue Coordination Centers are, Air Force Coordination Center, Alaska, Honolulu, all of that stuff. Overdue aircraft, what happens, where do you know, what needs to go on, VFR, search and rescue protection, you know, that type of thing, survival equipment that they talk about. I mean, just all kinds of information, ground visual code used by survivors, request assistance, require medical assistance, no or negative, yes, if in doubt, just SOS. And then some weird ones that I don't think I'm ever going to memorize, but you know, kind of interesting. Need medical assistance, all okay, so on and so forth. I've never been asked by any examiner on any of these check rides about what, you know, give me the hand signals for you know, like, okay, whatever. But it's like good stuff to know, right? But at the same time, like, chances are you're not going to be flying around with your like FAR aim, you know, so like, what do? I don't know. You gotta learn this, memorize it, right? All right, let's get back to it. If you're in distress or the urgency, and then talking about the difference between urgency, you know, and like the idea of Mayday versus Pan and that type of thing. Request priority, you know, from like ATC, fuel critical. And then declaring emergency. Fuel critical is like, hey, we're getting low, and if I don't get priority landing, or if I'm not out of the air soon, I'm going to declare an emergency, you know. So like all of that information is listed here, and then you want to be as clear as possible. And then ditching procedures, you know, if you're ditching in the water in your big jet like Sully Sullenberg, you know, and then ways to do it, you know. Yeah, I don't know, all of that fun stuff. I mean, it's just so much information that is contained with the AIM. I would just constantly encourage you to continue to just thumb through the AIM and look at all of this stuff. Chances are you're not going to be tested on the knowledge here, but this does a wonderful job of explaining gaps in your aviation understanding. Okay. Get off my high horse, come back to it. Two-way radio communications failure, like what do we do? Aircraft rescue and firefighting communications. There's a lot of wildfires going on. And then if you're ever dealing with firemen, like their hand signals and stuff like that. Understand those are emergency procedures, just at a very high level of what's contained in the AIM. I would implore you to continue to do the research, like go through the AIM. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me via email or text message, or talk to your instructor and get those questions answered. But the AIM is a wonderful amount of information in there. Hey, if you enjoyed this video and you want to learn more, I've got a free course to get you started with helicopters. Check out the link in the description.